Nation X Station.
Dhaka FM. Startup Talk with Zaki Adnan. Startup Talk.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to yet another episode of Startup Talk with me, Zaki Adnan, on Dhaka FM 90.4. We have a very special guest today, and I can't wait to get into it. So without a further ado and, nonsense build up, I'll just go and, introduce our special guest today. We have none other than Mr. Mustafizur Bhai, the founder and CEO of Startup Dhaka. Assalamualaikum bhai.
Assalam.
How are you doing, bhai?
I'm good. How are you?
So good to have you. Alhamdulillah. So, আমি just ছোট করে to boli. So, Mustafizur bhai I've heard so much about him, and I've been seeing him at where I work for the past couple of years. And, every time you Google Startup Dhaka or Startup Bangladesh and press enter, one of the first things that come is basically Mustafizur bhai. So, Bhaiya has done unbelievable and amazing stuff to make Bangladesh aware of what the startup, culture is like, and how we can basically develop our startup ecosystem, and we will definitely hear a lot from him. So bhaiya, before I start, shedin ami apnar TED Talk dekhchilam. So you recently had a TED Talk?
Yes.
At Bailey Road?
Yes.
How was it?
It was awesome. In that session, I was able to share my life story, and basically I talked about how storytelling can change people's life.
Absolutely. So apnak bhaiya, you weren't always startup. The concept of startup itself is very new in Bangladesh, and you're one of the proponents. So I would very much like to have our listeners get to learn and know about your background. মানে আপনি কি ছোটবেলা থেকে কি were you into entrepreneurship or startup ecosystem, or তখন তো যদিও ওরকম ভাবে কিছু ছিল?
No, I mean, when I finished my undergrad, I did my undergrad in US. I came back.
So you were born and brought up in Bangladesh?
Absolutely.
Okay. আপনি কোন স্কুলে ছিলেন?
আমি ছিলাম multiple. I was in Dharmodi Tutorial, then Wilson Flower. I shifted from English medium to Bangla medium.
What?
Yes. My father thought that I was becoming too tash.
Oh my God! But people usually shift from Bangla medium to English medium.
Exactly.
But wow, bro.
I mean, he thought that I should not
grow up in a bubble.
Yes, and have a strong root, and nice. I think it was a right call, I guess.
Really? Tapor apni kon school gelen?
Tapor I went to Wilson Flower for a year, and then I went to Bonani Bidyaniketan, Bobby.
Wow, how was the transition?
It was very painful.
Yeah?
Because English medium, the medium was English. Everything I
did was pretty much in English,
and my Bangla was just horrible. So it took me a year. I mean, what happened? It happened so young. So as kids, they usually. I was third grade.
Okay. At least not aro pore. Tale aro pagol hoyto. I started my school in Dharmodi Tutorial, by the way.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
So it was a good school.
Yeah, absolutely. So tapor apne HSC SSC dilen?
Yep.
Tapore you went to America?
I went to Co-College USA Cedar Rapids in Iowa.
And what did you study?
I studied, I had double major. So I did business administration and fine arts with photography as my concentration.
Wow. Holy shit. Okay, so you're into photography a lot?
Yes, a lot.
Okay, we'll definitely talk about that. I would love to hear about your stories in photography. So tapor apni university shesh kore, did you always kind of want to study business? Or আপনার এমনি career ambition কি ছিল growing up?
It was business because we come from at least 3 generations of business. My grandfather was a businessman. My dad was a businessman. It was like kind of
in the blood.
Assume that we'll go into business.
Of course.
So I came back and joined the family business.
Okay. So apne what family business did you have, or do you have?
The company is called Aziz and Company.
Okay.
And they do heavy engineering installation.
Okay.
So for example, we have done air conditioning for our parliament.
Wow.
Bangladesh Bank, Chenakolan Bhavan, Stadium. So a lot of the landmarks were done by our company.
Nice. So you were involved in those projects?
No, I was young.
Okay. Tapor apne when you joined your family, when you came back, did you want to come back, or were you sort of?
Absolutely. I was kind of really, really tired of the cold because I used to get negative 20 degrees. So after that intense weather,
negative 20 throughout the year.
So negative 20 is the temperature, but if you have the wind chill, it goes to at least negative 40, 50.
Oh my god!
If you have tears running down, they will actually freeze.
Oh my god! Holy shit! Tapor apne you came back and you started. You joined your family business.
Yes.
And that was a conscious decision.
It was a conscious decision.
Okay. Tapor apne you did your family business for how long?
I did it for 7 years, and
তখনও কি আপনার ভিতরে এই startup, or back when you were in USA তখনও তো startup craze wasn't there?
No,
right?
I was a teenager.
Right.
So I had the same kind of issues that any teenager had growing up. So it was more about parties and music and concerts.
Rock and roll.
All
right, nice. So apne ki did you do music growing up?
Well, yeah. So at high school, I did. I was part of a band.
Really?
Yes, and we did it for 2 years.
Okay.
I used to play the keyboard. We had some small shows.
Okay.
I wouldn't call it really a show.
Okay, but did you record any music?
No, but one of my friend, my childhood friend actually. He was a lead guitarist. He's called Chotu Khan.
Oh wow!
And he's
Chotu Bhai from Stone Free.
Yeah.
So, oh wow!
So
the legendary Pink Floyd, of Bangladesh.
And we had an awesome drummer called Shagor. Unfortunately, he doesn't drum anymore.
Your namesake.
Yes, we had the same Shagor. But he was called Bhanga Shagor because he had a couple of bones broken.
Oh shit!
So that's how we used to differentiate.
Playing drums?
No, but just being badass.
Wow, nice. So, আপনি কি জ্যাকাসের বড় ফ্যান ছিলেন বাই এনি চান্স?
Not really. I think it was too extreme.
আচ্ছা.
So no, not that.
Okay. So তারপর আপনি মনে করেন after you came back and you were in your family business for how long?
7 years. Exactly.
7 years.
Yeah.
তারপর what happened? আপনি where did you go into next?
I got tired of what I was doing, and I didn't find enough challenge in what I was doing, so I kind of wanted to take a break.
Okay.
And I thought maybe going back to grad school would be the right choice for me at that point.
Okay.
And I did that, and I didn't want to go back to the US or other European countries because I knew that Asia would be the next hub of business.
Okay.
So I wanted to stay in this region, so I chose Singapore.
Nice, amazing. So Singapore, তারপর আপনি কি করলেন? আপনি কি grad school pursue করলেন?
Yeah, I did my MBA, then I came back and I joined.
Where did you do your MBA?
NTU.
NTU, wow.
School.
Nice. How was it? How was the experience over there?
It was fantastic. It's ranked quite high.
Of course.
And I had friends from all over the world, and it was a great experience.
Nice. তারপর আপনি MBA শেষ করে did you come back and join your family business again?
No.
What did you do?
Again, it was a transition, and I wanted to do something else.
Okay.
And I wanted to do something new. So since I did MBA in marketing, that was my major.
Okay.
I wanted to
single major, or did you have another fine arts?
It was a single major. And so I happened to come up with this news ad, and HBC was hiring a head of marketing.
Okay.
And I applied. And just went through the process of the rigorous selection process, and I got the job. And
wow!
And Steve Banner was the CEO at that time.
And you didn't have any previous banking experience?
I didn't have banking. I didn't have multinational. I didn't have professional.
Holy shit!
But I was the outlier.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. People, যারা আপনারা মনে করছেন যে আপনার কর্পোরেশনে থাকতে হবে অথবা MNC তে থাকতে হবে to become like the head of marketing, it's not necessarily true.
It's not. You just have to have a fire and passion. You just have to translate that.
Yeah. Amazing. So তারপর আপনি HSBC তে কতদিন ছিলেন?
I was head of marketing and communication for 5 years. Then
how was that? Did you find that
it was fantastic
change and that new excitement you were looking for?
HEBC experience gave me discipline because when I was working for my family business, the dynamics are different, and this experience gave me a process, a format, and actually how do you actually work at a scalable business. That experience was quite useful.
Amazing. So তারপর আপনি HSBC, where did the startup fire come from all of a sudden, and how did it come about?
So as I moved to Singapore, and
আবার সিঙ্গাপুরে গেছেন?
Yes.
You have like this unbreakable bond with Singapore, as it seems.
Yes, my actually kid was born in Singapore when I
was
really?
Yeah. Oh wow, man, that's nice.
So I So I was there for 2 years, and then
মানে আপনি মানে head of marketing HSBC Singapore ছিলেন?
Head of marketing for Bangladesh and head of brand and sponsorship for HSBC Singapore for 2 years.
Okay. So you were based in Bangladesh for
5
years?
And then
তারপর 2 বছর সিঙ্গাপুরে ছিলেন। Again, a 7-year stint.
Yes, I call it the 7-year itch.
Oh my God! After do you think you'll get tired of the startup itch after 7 years?
You never know. If
shit.
Maybe it depends on whether it's continuing to be a challenge or continue to learn from this sector. Then I guess it may extend.
So তারপরে আপনি আমি আপনার টেড টক শুনছিলাম, ওখানে বলছিলেন যে আপনি HSBC থেকে you just came back home and you moved in with your parents.
Yes.
And that was a pretty uncomfortable decision, I'm sure.
It was quite a challenging decision because I was almost 40 years old.
Yeah.
B, I had a kid.
Oh wow.
Which was a year old, and C, I didn't have a job.
What a bold decision! What a bold and brave decision. So tapore you came back, and then how did you come about the Startup Dhaka thing?
So after I came back in 2013, so January there was an event called Startup Weekend.
Okay.
There was the first startup event happened in Bangladesh.
Ota kara korechilo?
There's some organizers, I forgot some of the names. Salman Beg was part of that group.
Okay.
He works at the GP right now. So it was on January 3rd, and I met my co-founder actually, Fayaz Tahir.
Okay.
And he was there, and he was one of the sponsors there.
Okay.
So we met up, and then we continued to meet in a couple of more events.
Okay.
And we had this idea. Okay, I think I thought that it was interesting thing that's happening, and a lot of people don't know what's happening in terms of this technology revolution that's happening. It's quite underground.
Absolutely.
And I thought that we had to share this with people, and I decided to do a crowdfunded documentary called Startup Dhaka.
Right.
And we basically showcase various startups in Bangladesh, and that kind of kicked off the Startup Dhaka company.
Amazing. Super. So bhai amra ekta chotto break nibo, and we're going to listen to one of your favorite songs. So ajke ladies and gentlemen apnaderke bolte chai the song list is out of this world. Ajke bhai ke jokhon bose bhaiya we're going to have the option to play your personal playlist on air. So after I was kind of like too nervous about what recommendations you place, but after I saw it I was so happy, bro. So we're going to start off with a U2 song.
Sure.
It's called Sunday Bloody Sunday. So check it out. Listeners, we'll be right back after this song and this little break.
Shabar Sathe 90.4 Startup Talk.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, what's up? You are listening to Startup Talk with. Sorry, I was just going to say Startup Dhaka, but yeah. So you're listening to Startup Talk on Dhaka FM 90.4 with me, Zaki Adnan, and we have the founder and the CEO of Startup Dhaka, Mr. Mustafizur. Bhai, assalamualaikum, kemun achen?
I'm great.
How are you feeling?
Awesome.
But thank you so much for joining us. We understand how valuable your time is, and making time for us, it really means a lot to us.
No, it's great.
Thank you so much.
Me here. Thank you.
So, bhai, you were saying je apne basically apna 7-year itch. I think your biography should be called 7-Year Itch.
Maybe.
Yeah. That would be an amazing title for a book. So, apnar HSBC 7-Year Itch er pore you had the exposure to startup in that Startup Weekend
Yes.
Event, and that was basically where you met Fayaz bhai.
Yeah.
Who I would love to have on my show very soon, inshallah.
I'll pass the message.
Yeah. I actually told him. So with Samad bhai as well.
Okay.
So where did you meet Samad bhai?
So Samad was actually a childhood friend of Fayaz.
Okay.
So he kind of brought in when we started co-investing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So apnara tapor tinjon mile you guys decided we're going to start Startup Dhaka.
Yes. Because the film kind of helped, brought us together.
Right.
And the vision was that why stop here?
Right.
And all because it was a crowdfunded film.
So crowdfunded bolte apnara ki mane Kickstarter e chilo?
We are in Indiegogo because
Indiegogo,
art pieces.
Right. Of course.
So the target was to raise about $8,500. We raised about $9,000.
Oh my God! Nice.
In 40 days, I think.
Oh wow!
So and it was mostly NRBs who believed in our idea.
Absolutely.
And that basically kicked off the second phase of the Startup Dhaka, which is basically launching a site called SD Asia.
Okay, so it this has to do with your ambition of, really mobilizing the Asian startup scene.
So initially that was the idea that we will become the network for the local stories to go out.
Right.
And what we saw is that it was so difficult to create content that can be monetized.
Right.
And that's why we kind of looked at other verticals where we can monetize. And right now, the mentorship program through Grameenphone, what we're doing, the accelerator program, is one of the verticals we created.
Right. So right now, এমনিতে ধরেন startup. I mean, if you don't mind me, sorry for interrupting.
Sure.
We'll get into the vertical part in a bit. But a documentary background need to জিজ্ঞেস করতে চাই. So do you think it was also sort of like a, I'm sure your photography background, right?
Yes.
So does that have a lot to do with your approach in filmmaking and documenting?
Absolutely. I mean, I was always a student of art and design, so I had a aesthetic sensibility.
Right.
So I used that knowledge in my photography. In the filmmaking. Even though I was not professionally trained.
Right.
And
so ওটা কি completely আপনি direct করছেন?
I directed, but I got a cameraman who was also I found in YouTube.
Okay.
He had a small film, so he happened to come on
the cinematographer.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
and
basically
you edited or you got
we
an
had
editor?
an editor, but I helped edit.
Okay. Nice.
So I had a visual language that I wanted to follow.
Wow.
So
what was the inspiration? মানে আপনার কোনো মানে pinnacle of documenting ছিল?
I watched a lot of startup documentary, and Startup Waterloo was one documentary that really liked. So I kind of followed that.
Nice. Startup Waterloo. I'll definitely look it up. Nice. So Startup Dhaka documentary was the beginnings of Startup Dhaka.
Yes.
So এখন right now, how many verticals are there?
So we are doing the content. We are doing the accelerator program in partnership with Grameenphone.
Right.
And then we just launched an online school.
Right.
Startup Dhaka online school.
Right.
And basically to access more mass people.
To democratize
the education of startups.
Amazing.
And then lastly, we are working on a tech fund with a partner at a financial institution. And we plan to launch it by end of this year.
Tech fund bolte mane ki, will you be like
investing in tech companies?
What if you don't mind me asking? I know it's very confidential, but is it like a seed stage or a
seed and growth stage?
Seed growth, দুইটাই.
Yeah.
So are there going to be like limits to how much the seed would be? I mean, can you talk about it?
Not really.
Okay. Okay, sure. We're definitely excited about it.
I can come to the show when we launch it.
Absolutely. I'll definitely be calling you then. So bhaiya, এখন আপনার সাথে we were discussing on about one of the most inspiring stories when you did start the Startup Dhaka journey. So আপনি বলছিলেন যে raising money, which itself is like one of the biggest challenges and struggles for any startup entrepreneur.
Right.
Whoever I've met and whoever I've talked to, raising finances has been the biggest challenge. And obviously you know, what should I say, agree with that, right? So would you like to share your fundraising story with us?
So once we finished the documentary and we decided that we're going to launch a company, so we had a small deck.
Yeah.
And we basically shared with some interested people who were interested in Startup Dhaka and things that we are doing.
Right.
And we happened to give it to one of our common, I would say, acquaintance.
Right.
Zaki Rahman.
Right.
He's the CEO of Tenor Health.
Who's coming on the show next week, by the way. Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he was traveling at that time, so we got on a Skype call. And as we are going through the deck, and the pitch was finished within about 3 minutes.
Okay.
And then he asked about the valuation. He asked about how much.
Pitch ki mane phone করে ফেলছো?
Yes.
Okay.
Over Skype.
Okay. You knew him from before?
We knew from the various events he came to. He was quite active.
Of course,
and still is actually
unbelievably passionate about our startup ecosystem.
Very active advocate.
Yeah.
So he asked about the valuation, and then he said that yes, I'm on, and I was like, that's it. He said yes, that's it. And it's like, and then I asked him, why do you want to invest in our company? Because it's basically a PowerPoint. We don't have any any
solid
physical
material,
solid anything tangible. And he said that because I believe in you guys. So it was basically the founders and he believed in our strength in execution, and that's what got us the first investment in the company, along with some few other investors.
Amazing. So ekhon Startup Dhaka, how many partners do you have?
So we have me, Samad and Faiz, we're the majority stakeholder, and then we have few other investors. I cannot disclose everyone's name because they might be
absolutely. So ekhon to I'm sure the tables have turned, and I'm sure the startups come to you for investment.
Sure.
And so এরকম কি হয়েছে যে আপনাদের মধ্যে আপনি যেরকম সাজিদ ভাই কাছে ইনভেস্টমেন্টের জন্য অ্যাপ্রোচ করেছেন, সো আপনাকে ইনভেস্টমেন্টের জন্য অ্যাপ্রোচ করেছেন, and you're like sure 5%.
We made couple of investment. We have about 18 portfolio companies.
Right.
But আমাদের early investment যেটা হয়েছিল যেখানে আমরা নিজে ইনভেস্ট করেছিলাম, it was about 4 companies, and the last of that was GoFetch.
Okay.
And when we invested in GoFetch, it was basically on something they drew in a napkin.
Wow.
And we loved what they were trying to do, and we said yes, we are on board. And they wanted to solve the traffic in Dhaka. And as a person living in Dhaka, we thought that was a big challenge, and we could be part of that solution.
Amazing. So SDA নিয়ে to কথা বলি, so SDA is basically focusing on the content of the startup ecosystem, right?
Yes.
So oikhane apnara mainly you guys cover whatever is going on in the startup ecosystem, right?
Yes.
So tarpor apnar accelerator.
Yes.
So how was the accelerator journey with Grameenphone?
It was awesome. In fact, the documentary was seen by the head of strategy at that time. Unar naam chilo Arlen.
Yeah.
And he saw our documentary and contacted us via email saying that, hey, I saw the documentary and just wanted to find out what you guys are doing.
Oh, wow.
And
that was sort of like the inception of...
Yes.
Wow.
That conversation led to the accelerator program.
Holy shit, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Filmmakers and, future aspiring disruptors of the ecosystem. That's what you should take hint from Mustafiz bhai. Work on the documentary that you want to, work on a documentary that captures the essence of the industry you want to work with, and maybe you'll catch somebody's attention who will be your advocate, right?
Or for that matter, your company. You never know who is going to call on your door.
Amazing. So tapore apnara GP Accelerator journey shuru holen?
That's এটা 2 বছর হলো. We started in I think 2015, end of 2015, and we
so
just launched
the
our
fifth batch. Right.
Yeah.
So far you have how many startups from GP Accelerator?
So far 21
startups.
Yes. Because in one batch we took one extra, 6.
Okay, of course.
So we have an odd.
And there are amazing startups like Sheba,
CMAD, Cramstack, Soshan, Repto, you name it. We have it all.
Amazing. What a portfolio, brother. So, apnader accelerator pore apnara ki are you looking to expand around this vertical?
So basically, if you look at the whole vertical, there usually you have incubator, you have accelerator, and then you have the fund. So we have the accelerator there, and then for the incubator, we have been actually looking at the GP Accelerator for the last 2 years, and what we have seen that the 60% applicants are idea stage.
Right. So essentially incubation,
and nobody is really doing anything on the incubation stage.
Right.
So I mean, Better Stories is working there. They have this new incubator, but there's not too many people are working there.
Right.
So our 60% applicants, we kind of refuse them because we can't work with them. So we thought of creating another vertical where we can actually help
incubate
more
them.
people. Because vast majority are in the incubation stage.
Is that where the online school comes into play as well?
Of course. So that's also gives you because we don't have bandwidth.
Right.
We can, if we can blend the education like offline and online, then you can actually help more people.
Absolutely. Sounds fantastic. Bhai, amra choto break ni. We're going to listen to one of the most amazing songs. It's by Kendrick Lamar. Humble, which is a Pulitzer winner. যেটা ভাইয়ের সাথে কথা বলছেন before the show যে এই অ্যাওয়ার্ডটা generally jazz and classical music are essentially the recipients of these kind of award, but Kendrick Lamar really showed how it's done with hip hop. So let's check it out, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back with some more amazing stories from Mustafizur bhai. Enjoy.
This is Dhaka FM 90.4.
Startup Talk.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? You are listening to Startup Talk with me, Zaki Adnan, on Dhaka FM 90.4, and we have the founder, the CEO of Startup Dhaka, Mr. Mustafizur Rahman. Assalamu bhaiya, keman achen?
What's up?
Alhamdulillah bhaiya. Thank you so much. It feels great to have you here, and amazing stories. I'm loving it. I'm literally at the edge of my seat, and I hope our listeners as well. So bhaiya, আমরা আর বেশিক্ষণ যদিও টাইম নেই, আমরা শেষের দিকে চলে এসেছি. So আমাদের শোতে একটা স্টেপল সেগমেন্ট আছে which is basically the rapid fire round, যেটা I'm yet to come up with a clever title for this segment, right? So this is inspired by Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, Ellen DeGeneres, because they're like my heroes, you know, in the what should I say, infotainment entertainment arena, right? So are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Okay, cool. So আমি আপনাকে বেশি difficult question করব না. I'll start off with very basic ones.
Yeah.
So the idea is আপনাকে আমি you won't have any time to think.
Yep.
You have to think on your feet and just answer whatever comes to your mind, all right?
I'll do my best.
Okay, fantastic. So number 1, Nirvana or Pearl Jam?
Nirvana.
Oh wow. Number 2, U2 or Pink Floyd?
Pink Floyd.
All right, number 3, photography or the piano?
Photography.
All right, nice, amazing. So morning or night?
Morning.
Wow, nice. So you're a morning person?
I have become morning person.
Okay, so the HSBC 7-year itch.
I think job kind of made me a
okay.
morning person.
Nice, amazing.
I get up at 6:30 every day now.
Seriously?
Yes.
Tapor ki, do you go out for a run or something?
I check my emails.
Okay.
First thing, and check on my news.
Okay.
And then basically do some reading, and then I work out.
Nice.
I have my breakfast and then work out.
So apne news kothay mane what news do you usually which platform do you
I don't
prefer?
really, I'm not a big fan of Facebook. I usually have Wall Street, Fortune, CNN.
সব তিনটা প্ল্যাটফর্মে প্রতিদিন চেক করেন?
Shop, not just tinta onek.
Okay, multiple. Okay. So তারপর আপনার what does your workout, sorry I mean to drift apart করলাম.
Sure.
So আপনার workout routine usually কি ইয়ে করে?
So basically 1 hour.
Okay.
I try to do the major muscles
Every day?
No, every other day. So
Okay.
you do, today I did leg and bicep.
Okay, nice. You're fit, bro. You're
Well,
really
I'm trying
fit,
to. At my
nice.
age, I have to be fit.
Nice. All right, so the next questions. Books or films?
Oh my God. No, it's impossible.
You have
Both.
to pick, bro.
Both.
No, you have to pick.
Film.
Films, all right, nice. Okay, perfect. So আমরা এখন একটু ধরেন next একটু advanced stage of rapid fire চলে যাবো. What is your spirit animal?
Lion.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is it?
I admire that beast. It's the king of the jungle, and
Okay.
I want to be
The
something
king
big.
of your jungle.
My domain.
Nice, amazing. That's fantastic. So describe yourself in 3 words.
Someone who change, adapt, and inspire.
Nice, amazing. All right, so 3 things in a person that annoys you to death.
Oh, shallowness, ignorance, and mediocre.
Wow, nice, which is pretty rampant these days, unfortunately.
Thanks to Facebook.
So আপনি কি সারাদিন মোটামুটি একটু anxious থাকেন because of all the shallowness and
No, I think that's what I did. I for example, last year my focus was to get fitter.
Yeah.
That's why I got into workout.
Right.
This year is on meditation.
Oh,
so
wow.
I try to kind of cancel out the noise.
What form of meditation do you pursue?
I started kind of general meditation, and then I tried Kundalini meditation. Okay. It's quite good.
Okay.
So you can get a lot of YouTube, self-activated this meditation clips, which I see, and I had a very strange experience after practicing Kundalini.
Jamon? Can you talk about it?
It's a long story.
Sure, let's hear it, bro. Get the bed up.
It's a long story. So I don't know if you know, you have 7 chakras.
Right.
So you have to activate your chakras. So it's a base, and then you have the navel, and then you have the heart, and then on your throat. Then it's your middle
brain, cerebral.
Your eye, third eye.
Oh, third eye.
And then you have your the crown.
Okay.
So
wow.
you have to activate that. So
Achha.
I did this meditation at one night, and then I went to sleep, and then I had this strange dream where I saw that these chakras were activating, and then I was breathing heavily, and I was so fast, and then I couldn't breathe anymore. And it was almost like thumping. And then this, as the chakras were activated, my third eye opened, and then I saw this huge information downwards happening, and I was just close to, in the surface. I just couldn't put my head up.
In your dream?
In my dream. And then suddenly...
information, was it like a flow?
It was flow of information.
What
down.
Binary codes or light or what?
Intensity. This knowledge, in fact. It was kind of knowledge. And then I had this whole of my essence of my being. It just went through. And then I saw myself being part of the universe. And then it was
in your dream.
In my dream.
Okay.
And I felt it. And then I heard a voice, and it was said, my nickname is Shagor, and he said that Shagor, hear me, I'm God.
What? English?
Yes.
Holy shit! But was it like a godly voice or a lady?
It was a man's voice, unfortunately.
Does that voice feel familiar?
No, it was just a strange voice, and I was very afraid. I thought about if I ever face God, what will it be like? And it was very scary.
Tapar, what happened?
And then I kind of went to this fetal position because I was so scared, and I saw this strange smoke kind of circling me around, and then everything became very dark, and then I heard another voice, and then it says, Shagor, hear me. No, he said fear me, not hear me.
Holy shit.
I am death, experience me.
Oh, holy shit, man. Are you sure it was not Thanos?
I don't know, but I was not on drugs.
Okay. That was going to be my next question.
Yeah, but it was, and I actually, I woke up. It was quite intense, and I kind of stopped Kundalini meditation after that.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it was intense because that's how the whole enlightened process happens. Actually,
right?
That's what I heard.
Because
that you feel, when you open the last
chakras,
chakra, you basically become.
How long does it take to open your chakras?
I don't know, but Buddha took about 20 years.
And you did it in one.
It was a dream, so
it's
obviously it was different for me.
Oh my God, that's crazy, brother. All right, so few last questions. If you could bring down the bed, brother. So, what product would you refuse to promote?
Facebook.
Wow, nice. Most of the people I have on my show has replied cigarettes.
Right.
I think this is the first time I'm hearing somebody saying, "I think Facebook ekdumi active." Or
I only do it for my business, so I'm very, very selfish.
Nice, very nice. So, 2-3 last questions. If you could teach any subject in any grade, what subject and which grade would it be?
Undergrad.
Yeah. Keep on. Business.
Yes.
Nice. What, like business 101 or 401?
Or entrepreneurship, anything. I mean, my
like
specialty is basics, fundamentals of business. Then my specialty is branding and marketing.
Nice.
Of course,
nice. Amazing. So, 3 last questions.
Sure.
Number 1 is you're stranded in a beach.
Yes.
The signature stranded in a beach question. So you get to pick 3 people.
Yeah.
Who are those 3 people?
My wife.
Yeah.
My kid.
Yeah.
And then, oh my God, a person.
Yeah.
I would say Steve Jobs.
Oh wow! I think, are you a very big Steve Jobs fan?
I'm a huge fan.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have your wife, your kid, and Steve Jobs in the beach.
For the conversation.
Yeah. For the so you get to pick 3 things along with you.
Yeah.
So what would those 3 things be?
3 things.
Yeah. For yourself, you don't have to think about anybody else.
Okay. Definitely Netflix.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Okay. মানে আপনার তো একটা ডিভাইস লাগবে ভাই আপনি
and then of course a smart device.
Oh, which has all the connectivity to play Netflix and YouTube. All right, cool. So one last question. This is a very personal question.
Yeah.
But do you ever see a time where you sell off all your stakes in Startup Dhaka and start something new?
Absolutely.
Really?
Because that's something you never say no to.
Wow.
That's something you should be open to. Yes.
Noted. So I'm looking forward to your 7-year itch in Startup Dhaka, and then I will come with my pitch.
Sure.
Yeah.
Any day.
So amazing. So Bhaiya, we're gonna come back one last time and hear some of your advice for, brooding entrepreneurs and aspiring students who are listening today. Sorry. So আমরা যাওয়ার আগে এখন একটা গান শুনবো. So what are we going to listen to? We're going to listen to The Pretender.
Of course.
By Foo Fighters. Check it out, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.
Yep.
Ignition. 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 90.4. Startup Talk.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? You are listening to Startup Talk with me, Zaki Adnan, only on Dhaka FM 90.4. And আজকের episode আমরা একদম শেষ প্রান্তে চলে এসেছি, and we have the amazing founder, the amazing CEO of Startup Dhaka, Mustafizur bhai with us. Bhaiya এতক্ষণ ধরে for the past hour has been sharing some amazing stuff. Thank you so much, Bhaiya, for your time. So Bhaiya, before you leave us for the time being, before your next time, inshallah, so what is the one thing, not one thing, what is the general advice you have to the aspiring entrepreneurs of Bangladesh?
Well, if you have an idea, I would say that try to find your good co-founders.
Okay.
Because entrepreneurship it's a very lonely journey.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't have the right partners with you, it's going to be a very difficult journey. So I would say that try to get people who can complement your skill sets and whatever idea you have, build it fast.
So a co-founder finding a perspective থেকে,
yes,
what are the main things people should look for in co-founder? আপনি যেটা বললেন যে complementing skills.
Two things. One is similar passion and then long-term view.
Right.
Because a lot of people has a short-term expectation. যেটা হয় যে business-এ or for that any matter, you cannot take short-term strategy because it takes a long time to build something and then to get a fruit of that, it's take even longer.
Absolutely.
So unless you are patient, then again your expectation will not meet at the same level.
Right.
তখনই যেটা হয় যে 6-7-8 মাস পর when you see that things are getting tough, the people will leave. So it's so important that actually you have the right people on board.
Absolutely. But generally however many people I've met যারা ধরেন are sort of like thinking about starting something, thinking about doing something, a co-founder নিয়ে ওরকম চিন্তা কারোর মধ্যে ওরকম ভাবে দেখি নাই. But that's a very, very legitimate.
That's the first thing you should think about.
Absolutely. Yeah. Who is that person or who is that group of person I can trust
and build something together.
Amazing. So, is there anything else you want to share about?
Once you decide to build something, don't take 1 year. Build something in a month.
Right.
Throw it in the market and get feedback from user, and then tweak your product or service from there. Because যেটা common mistake যেটা করে যে they try to make their service or idea perfect. And আমাদের world there is nothing called perfect.
Absolutely.
It's a continuous process. You iterate, you pivot. So important thing is to always take user feedback and improve your service.
Fantastic. So start right now and move fast. Fail
Absolutely.
fast.
Move fast or fail fast.
Absolutely. Fantastic. And just before we go, from your experience of technology investment, I just wanted to hear from you personally, myself, and also our listeners যারা শুনছেন যে টেকনোলজি ইনভেস্টমেন্টের সময় এখন অনেকজন আছে যারা who have a lot of money and they're looking to invest. So what should they think and how should they look for startups to invest?
So there are two types of investor.
Yeah.
One is the dumb money.
Yeah.
Basically, you just want to invest, but
Ji.
you can't add any value.
Right.
And then there's smart money.
Right.
So if you are dumb money, I would really, really discourage
Okay.
not to invest.
So the dumb money is mainly for traditional business. So go to traditional
Absolutely.
business.
Your smart money is like, unless you can create value for the founders and the business, there is no point of investing. Because it's a the company they grow fast, they scale fast, and you need to add value so that everything happens in a faster rate. So a smart investor will able to help founders to grow faster, and if you can't add that part, then there's no point. You will be basically a dead weight.
Fantastic. Sounds great. Bhaiya, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me here.
Thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for coming, and thank you so much for sharing your stories. So until next time, and amra just jawar age, if you have anything to share about what's coming up from Startup Dhaka, I hear there's a new documentary that's coming out.
Yes, the funny thing is, yes, we are working on our second part, Startup Dhaka Part 2.
Amazing.
And we are hoping to launch it after Eid. So, in fact, I would like to claim a post here, so that when it comes closer to the event, I would like to do a show on that.
Of course,
and maybe
of course.
bring some people who are very involved in the project.
Absolutely. Would be more than happy to have you here.
Awesome.
And honored, in fact. So thank you so much, Bhaiya. So today, ladies and gentlemen, we are done with our show for today, and next week we have a very special guest joining us, Sajid Bhai, the CEO of Telenor Health and one of the most active advocates of Bangladesh startup ecosystem. In fact, not just Bangladesh, but Bhaiya has done some amazing investments in global companies as well. So Amra, we will come back next week, Saturday, same time, 4 p.m., same place, Dhaka FM 90.4. So don't go anywhere, stay with us. One nation, one station. Ladies and gentlemen, goodbye. Oh, by the way, we're going to sign off with the most incredible Comfortably Numb by Pink Floyd. Enjoy.